The Senate will convene and burn the midnight oil to try to hammer out a deal on extending key parts of the Patriot Act that expire at midnight Eastern. A House-passed bill backed by the White House remakes the National Security Agency phone collection program, is just 3 votes short in the Senate. Yet chances for an agreement are looking bleak. Senator Rand Paul has said that he will force an expiration. Senator Dan Coats, member of the Intelligence Committee, joins us now before he heads up to Capitol Hill. The White House has said this is a matter of national security, as have others. If these programs expire, and if, God forbid, there is a terrorist attack on U.S. soil in the coming weeks or months, will those who voted against this, will those who kept this extension from happening have blood on their hands?
Well, there will be accountability for what our vote is and what we do. Going dark, losing a valuable tool that's part of the effort of gathering the intelligence that helps keep Americans safe is something that we're going to be responsible for if we allow this to happen. I think it's we've gotten to this point. Part of it has been misrepresentation of what the program is and what it isn't. I call out Senator Paul for making statements that simply do not describe the program. And I think a lot of people,
you're talking about Senator Paul not describing what the program actually does in terms of the metadata versus phone records versus who holds them.
What he said is that the government's literally collecting your emails, your buddy lists, content of your calls, and that is not the case at all. And I think that has been proven. There's never been an abuse of this. It is an important tool that has been so badly misrepresented. We all want to find that place between respecting our citizens' privacy and protecting their security. And I think we're working toward that sweet spot here. But Senator Paul seems to have this narrative going for whatever reason.
Well, you say whatever reason, and obviously as he has stood on the Senate floor for hours and spoken, he's made it an ideological reason, in quoting Ben Franklin and the Founding Fathers and talking about if those who are willing to give up secure liberty for security deserve neither, and all these other kinds of things. At the same time, his presidential campaign is sending out fundraising letters saying, stand with Rand and help me shut down the NSA program. Is this, in your mind, about an ideological stand for Senator Paul or about making political hay for his presidential campaign?
Well, only Senator Paul can give you the absolute answer to that. It certainly raises the question, and I think he needs to address that question.
Is it distasteful as it's going on?
It's one thing, to be using hyperbole or excess words or not really stating the facts if you're talking about an education program, Common Core, funding highways. It's another thing when you're talking about the safety and life of Americans who are threatened at a time when the threat has never been higher. How ironic it is that administration is letting 5 Taliban jihadist leaders free and then we're taking down a program that could help protect us from a terrorist attack. Something is amiss here, and I think people like Senator Paul need to understand that we are living in a world of real threats to the American people, and that his description of the program is simply false.
I want to end on this because there's been a much quoted fact, if you will, that because of this program, one terrorist attack has never been stopped from the intelligence gleaned from it. You're on the Intelligence Committee. Is that a fair characterization as well, or is that taking things out of context in terms of what we've learned from the NSA program?
It's taking it way out of context. This tool is not a silver bullet, but it adds very valuable information and can add very valuable information. The former director of the CIA, Mike Morrell, said, if we had had this tool in place before 9/11, we likely could have stopped that attack because we knew that a phone number in the U.S. was talking to an al-Qaeda known terrorist. And that's the only thing that connects.
That's huge.
That is huge.
All right. Senator Dan Coats, we appreciate it. We know you got a late night ahead of you probably. We'll check back in with you, sir.
It will be a late night, that's for sure.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your service.
We'll still have the massive cleanup underway after devastating floods across Texas and Oklahoma.